So what's in this box is something very, very special. Now, I wanted to open it with you guys. The problem is I have no idea who sent it. I can see who sent the package, but I can't find any information. Me and Kara both go through the Instagrams. We can't find who sent it. I don't know if it's just getting lost in the algorithm. I absolutely hate Instagram's algorithm, but let's check it out either way. I'll figure it out one way or another, but I apologize to whoever sent it because I can't remember through all the conversations I have or whether the company sent it to me or not, but maybe it was the company. But let's check out this piece of artwork. This is made in the USA by NIGHTHAWK Customs, and it is, oh my goodness, a knife with a woolly mammoth tooth inlay on both sides. Ooh, it's so gorgeous. You can see it has a mother of pearl button lock, DAMASTEEL that has a nice deep hollow grind. Oh my goodness, that geometry is beautiful. Oh, super thin geometry. Crown spine. This thing is an absolute art piece. Titanium handle with this woolly mammoth. Man, look at it. Let's take a close look at this. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely gorgeous. I do not have any knives with any woolly mammoth, so this is something to hold on to for sure. Now, the button lock action is on another level of smoothness. Like, I hold a lot of button locks. I handle a ton of button locks. This thing is absolutely the most drop-shutty button lock I've ever felt. There's absolutely zero resistance. The thumb stud action, super snappy. It only has thumb studs. Let's see if I can reverse flick it. Oh yeah. So I have multiple forms of deployment. The reverse flick is actually really nice. Because of the DAMASTEEL, it offers some traction. No up and down at all. Super solid. Maybe a little hint of side to side, but no up and down though. And I'm sure side to side can come out, just a little tightening of the pivot. Sharpening tool and plunge grinds, beautiful. This thing sounds like it's hitting glass when it shuts. This is definitely not a knife I would bring out to the job site. The deep carry clip, I think this is steel. Yes, that is a steel deep carry clip. I'm sure it's reversible. At least that's the way it looks. The thumb studs are very easy to get to. They put this little chamfer there for you to easily get to it. There's no reason for me to sit here and talk about the comfort in the hand and everything, but it is comfortable. It is. This is a gentleman's piece. This is definitely a piece you bring out for a special occasion. This is not something I would even use to break down a box or anything. It's just too gorgeous. Not that I wouldn't use it. Let me be clear. Not that I wouldn't use it. I would just use it on special occasions, you know, weddings, things like that. Maybe, you know, going out to eat or something. And if I did use it, it would just be, you know, opening something up, light duty. And because I don't mind, I'm never scared to use anything. Because you can use everything and not mess it up. You know, these are tools made to be used and made to cut. Now, the edge is not the sharpest edge in the world, we're going to talk about DAMASTEEL and what it's like sharpening DAMASTEEL and what the best edge is. So DAMASTEEL, this one did not come with the best, at least not the sharpest edge. I mean, it's sharp, but it's not the sharpest edge. Now, that doesn't bother me personally. I would just throw an edge on there. And what edge would I put on there though? So, DAMASTEEL, when you think of DAMASTEEL, as far as sharpening goes, it's very similar to 154 cm. So DAMASTEEL polishes a little too easily. That's the thing, kind of like 154, especially like CPM 154, which this is a powdered version of that. So it's like CPM 154, which CPM 154 polishes up entirely way too easily. So what happens is it gets slick if you polish it. So while the polish comes out really good, really easy and fast, it leaves no bite for the edge. So it winds up becoming slick. So now if you want to do it you can do it, but you have to do it at a very low angle. So if you have to put a polish on it, like if you really want to put a polish on your Damasteel because maybe you're not going to be using it a lot, so it's not that big of a deal, and as long as you're not really using it and it's kind of just a showpiece, then the polish will look good on it anyways, and you're not using it, so you know it'll keep the little bite that it does have, because you can get it to have bite, but it's going to have a low angle and you just don't use it. So if it's just for show, basically, then a mirror polish would be beautiful on it. But once you start using it, the teeth will get knocked off and it will instantly get pretty slick. So, and you know, like I said, the lower the angle, the better chances you have of it having bite and holding on to it for a little bit of time. So the best edge to put on it, in my opinion, is 600, between 400 and 600 grit. Now, the grain structure is different. So while 400 grit might sound extremely toothy on one steel, it's kind of like having a 600 grit is like having 1,000 grit on other steels. So that's kind of the way you want to think of it. So when you sharpen it, you know, you can go between 600 and 1,000 grit, but 1,000 grit is going to be the absolute top, in my opinion, for any Damasteel that you're going to want to use. And you're going to want to hold the most amount of bite for the longest period of time. Personally, like I said, 400 to 600 grit is where I like it the most, and that is a fine enough and toothy enough edge that holds a significant amount of bite. But it holds its edge very similar to CPM 154, and it's a gorgeous Damascus. It's a powdered steel Damascus, and the beautiful thing about Damasteel, and the reason why it is so expensive, and we're going to talk about the materials here in a second, is because it's a powdered steel mixed into one billet. So it's not like, even though it has the appearance of Damascus, because the two different steels that were in powdered form, they mixed together, were different enough that when etched, they leave a pattern. But they're so similar that it's like one solid steel. So when I sharpen it, it's going to be sharpening like one solid steel. With the edge retention, it's going to be like one solid steel. Some Damascuses, they are like 2 or 3 different steels, and it winds up making it to where you have some parts of your edge heat treated differently. It sharpens up a little differently. It hangs onto the edge. You know, there's too much differences between them. So Damasteel is so special because it's having the beauty in Damascus while having a singular steel, or the results of a similar steel, or the results of a singular steel. Hopefully that made sense. Let's check out these materials really quick. So we already checked out this deep hollow ground Damasteel blade that's oh so gorgeous. We have this mother of pearl inlay. Then we have this brushed titanium, the woolly mammoth. Here is the hawk, the NIGHTHAWK custom logo. You can see how thick the woolly mammoth tooth is. Now, I looked on their site. These are about $500. I'm not going to complain about that price. But for $500, you're getting Damasteel, mother of pearl, titanium, and a damn fossil. I don't, 20,000 years old or something. I don't know. You know, it's a fossil. It's a woolly mammoth tooth. So that's incredible. You know, and I've always wanted a knife with woolly mammoth in it. So this is really cool to get in. And I've only gotten to try some at blade shows and stuff, and they're usually fixed blades. So this is definitely a privilege. It's USA made. It's in premium materials, and you know, it does feel well done. Now, I'm not going to say it feels like a Reat, but it definitely has, it's USA made. Like, it does have a simple build to it. So, you know, which, you know, like if I was going to compare like a Reat or something like that, you know, their fit, finish, and tolerances and materials are definitely, you know, on the high end of things, right? This one definitely feels like a simple build, but with premium materials, but there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't take away anything. And, you know, for for 500 bucks, this is, like I said, it's kind of an art piece. It's a gent knife for sure, and it's very well done. So, like I said, man, I hope I'm able to get in contact with the person who sent it, or however it showed up. I don't even know, man. This is crazy. Yeah, this is nuts. It's absolutely a gorgeous piece. I am so glad I got to handle it, and I have no idea if I'm keeping it, sending it. I have no idea what's going on with it. So, don't want to get too excited yet. Maybe the company sent it. I think the company might have. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Until then, work hard, stay tough. Society's relying on you. Until next time, peace.